And welcome back, everybody. This is the Gaming and Wrestling Experience. I am your host, Mario. I got my cousin Lalo back to the show. How you doing, cousin?
So, cousin, how are you?
I am doing great. How's your day going so far with
So
teaching?
far, so good, man. Just try to get through it.
Amen to that. Um, I gotta say, man, this is episode number 20. Um, I just had to say 20 for our session, dude, because this is where Xbox has been out for a good couple weeks now, um, or probably has it been maybe almost close to a month, maybe I should say, um, that we pretty much have our hands on both of us has our hands on the Xbox Series X. So, cousin, you're the guest of the show. Tell me your thoughts and your insights about the Xbox Series X. How when you opened it, how'd you feel about it? The wait, and get into when you started it up. How did it feel? Um, Tell me about the loading. How the loading times are and the graphics of the new Call of Duty. Go ahead and explain to me, man. Tell me your thoughts about the Xbox Series X.
Yeah, man. So I got it delivered, and then like I remember picking it up, and I was like, oh wow, this is a lot heavier than I thought it was going to be. Like it's not terribly heavy, but it's just heavier. So I'm like, okay,
Yeah, it's
makes
heavy.
sense. Yeah, it makes sense. It's a stronger machine. So I opened it up, and my fiance was laughing at me. She was like, "You look like a kid on Christmas."
Hell
So
yeah.
like, I started taking it apart and looking it up. And or looking at everything and trying to figure out like where I want to put it and all that stuff, and then like do I want to lay it flat, do I want to put it up tall, like literally like just the dumbest shit to try to like figure out how I wanted to like set it all up. um the one weird thing that I saw, but I kind of like was halfway on, was that you have to download the Xbox app to set it up. you know
Right.
I was okay with it because I got to import everything. Like I didn't have to like hardwire anything to transfer anything over. Like everything
Everything
was
was
on.
simple. Everything was simple.
Yeah. So like I just my only concern was it didn't really explain exactly what I needed to do. It was
True.
easy to set up, so that was cool. But it was just like, well, what's going to happen now? Like, there was no information like how to do that. So,
Understandable. I had the same.
yeah, yeah, but it was easy enough, so that was cool. And then I decided to hardwire in to the internet so that way I could try to get everything done faster.
Yeah.
Um, so I bought the digital copy of Call of Duty, and it's still the only bad thing is that it's such a big fucking game that it took like 3 hours to install.
Damn.
Even though it was like hardwired, which was way faster than my Xbox One, it still took like 3 hours. So I didn't even get to play it the first night. I was just downloading like Netflix and like our Hulu and all that other stuff to make sure that all worked.
Well, it's a
Um,
big game. It's a big cross-gen game.
mhm.
But yeah, go ahead, man.
Yeah, yeah, no, that was so it was cool like that all the other stuff went, and it looks visually nice. Like the startup, it looks like that THX logo, the movie,
Right.
like that. So that looked cool. So it made it look bigger and better and definitely different. And so it wasn't that green screen that started up or anything. So that was cool. And then it opened. Once that title screen was gone, then it opens quick. Like everything
Right.
goes really fast. And then like I haven't done anything with the background, so you still have that full motion like background going on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it makes it look nice. So I tested out Tony Hawk on it just because I bought that for the one, and then I was able to put it back on here, and it looks cool. Like it looks great still. Um, I still need to get a 4K TV, which will probably be a Christmas time thing,
Right.
or Black Friday, who knows. So I haven't seen how that looks on that, but just the difference between the old gen and the new gen, it looks great. I looks like I'm watching a movie while I'm playing. So that all was great. And then Call of Duty is fucking dope, man. Like the campaign mode is cool. So always play campaign mode first.
Right.
That's just to get that. So I played that first, and then one of my other friends, he's got the Series X or the Series S.
Right.
So he was like, dude, start playing online. I'm like, no, shut the fuck up. Not yet.
Right.
Let me get this done. Um, and so finally I'm like, okay, cool. The campaign's done. Let's play online. And online was fine. Like I had no problems. Hardwired in is so much better than
Oh, heck yeah, definitely. 100%.
There's a night and day difference, and then everything loads quickly. Like obviously with multiplayer, it takes a couple minutes longer because you're trying to matchmake and all that stuff. And
Right.
so far, the matchmaking's fine. Like it's not like you still get guys that are already like 55 or prestige or whatever, but for the most part, it matches you up really well. And there's a good crossover between zombies and the campaign, or not the campaign, but the multiplayer. So you can level up your guns and zombies, so that way,
Oh, that's
if you
tight.
play, yeah, if you play that through, then you can go ahead and move over to multiplayer, and it's everything's done. So me and my friend were just going through and playing zombies for 2 or 3 hours and leveled up like one gun all the way perfectly. So that way
Wow.
we switched over to multiplayer, and it was the one gun we liked. So that was kind of cool. Um, I haven't really used it yet to watch any movies or anything, but mostly just playing, trying to get my
Right.
hands on it. So like getting the feel of the controller, which feels great. The texture on it is better than the old one. I don't feel like it slips. My hands don't get as sweaty, because when you're playing, you're into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're
Right.
moving everything feels fluid. It feels good. It's responsive. Um, most people would be like, well, it's a new controller, dumb fuck. Of course it's going to feel like that, but it feels different. You know what I mean?
Right.
I wish I had my controllers. I would show you. My old one, you didn't have the texture on the top, but you had the texture on the bottom.
Right.
And this, I don't feel like there's the slipping or the sliding or the even the dirt buildup between the buttons. So I like it a lot. It's really cool. What about
Yeah.
you?
No, the grip when I first opened it, it was heavy. I was like, oh shit, man, this shit got some weight to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, man, well, this is where all the money went. Um, I opened it and opened the controller. The controller was more grippy than original Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, than the ones we got. It's a lot of texture in the front and the back.
Mm-hmm.
It's like for some like me trying it out. Like I don't really have no hard. I play Fortnite right now. I'm waiting for Cyberpunk to come out.
Mm-hmm.
I am really deciding to get Call of Duty. Um, Deciding it. But I know I pre-ordered Cyberpunk. Yeah, I can see the textures and stuff in Fortnite because it's they did upgrade it to the next gen, and you can see the detail of the clouds and you can really show points detail. Oh, you can see a big difference what I played on my Xbox One X
Mm-hmm.
to the Xbox Series X. You can definitely see the 4K difference, the HDR, the colors,
Mm-hmm.
how the detail when you're driving over the clouds and you see the clouds, and then when you jump out of the van, or excuse me, the bus,
Mm-hmm.
you go right through the clouds, all nice and point to detail, which is pretty dope. That's just maybe the maybe the tip of the iceberg of what it can do.
Mm-hmm.
Even with the night, which I've seen when me and my brother-in-law George play Fortnite a lot. When we come home in the going to the since we work overnight,
Mm-hmm.
we get home like at 6:30 on the dot. Um, that's if we don't stop by get something to eat.
Yeah.
Um, and it's still night. It's still dark as hell at 6 to 6:30.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we get home and get on, you can see the moon turning, going into the nice sunset and close to the water.
Mm-hmm.
And since it's going in the morning, it's already switching. You can see the sun coming from behind the ocean, and coming from the morning. You can see the sun
Mm-hmm.
going up, which is pretty sick. So that's the kind of point to detail I like to see.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure a lot of people can see um, point to detail if you're looking, or maybe some people don't really look. But I do like stuff like that where you can actually see. Like I'm pretty sure when you play Call of Duty, that you can pretty much see the difference of the graphics, even though
Mm-hmm.
you do have a 1080p TV. I hear a lot of good people. I hear people still saying you can still see them. You can still see a difference no matter what.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
there's like when you slide, you see the dust come up off the floor. When you're, you know, getting there's a thing called plague hounds in zombies, which are just big zombie dogs. When
right.
they explode, they
Oh
explode into
shit.
a cloud of like radioactive green dust, and when you walk through it, it's not like just they just go like this, over the camera, like
Right.
just block it over. Like it's actually dust particles. You can walk through it and still see through it. So I can only imagine what it'll look like on that on a new TV. But it looks cool now. So yeah, there's definitely a difference.
Oh yeah. Now, but besides that, I mean, I can't really. Uh, I know I'm hearing a lot of good stuff about Cyberpunk. A lot of trailers been coming out. With the gameplay. They came out with a trailer, with a behind the scenes with with Keanu Reeves.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes, where shows him getting into, the suit and the 3D with the balls and stuff, and all the stuff that he's doing and choreographing in the game, or excuse me, being in the game. Um, I just, I you know, I don't know if you knew, but Keanu Reeves does have his own motorcycle company.
Oh
Uh,
wow.
yeah, which I found out maybe, I don't know, good couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
That they put some of his, or I should say maybe most of half of the stuff, like the motorcycle and stuff, they put him in the game. So they let them scan the stuff like the motorcycles, the cars. I don't know what the cars they got, but I know motorcycles they got from. Um, I'm pretty sure they got them from his shop, or um, the pictures or whatever that, or how they do that. I'm not too sure on that, but I know that he does own a motorcycle company. I know. I'm pretty sure they use a couple of his designs or models to
Mm-hmm.
scan. So that was pretty cool. Just seeing him doing the story, showing little clips of him moving around, and um, uh, but I like how just I know if one thing I've known about Keanu Reeves' career is that in Cyberpunk that he loves stories. He doesn't take any story, or he doesn't worry about the money, which he gets paid good either way. But he loves story. He loves storytelling,
Mm-hmm.
for a fact. And I know for one thing, he would have done Bill and Ted, if he didn't feel that it was a good story to go off after 30 freaking years,
Yeah.
or more. Um, but he said what he loved about Cyberpunk is that there's so many stories you can just different details of stories you can go into, not just one story. You can pick, every choices you pick changes the story, and that's what he loves about it. And that's what got him intrigued and get in this role in Cyberpunk. Um, so, which I've been a fan of his since Bill and Ted, the first one,
Yeah.
which I'm pretty sure you too. Me and you brought up the same era. We pretty
Mm-hmm.
much, uh, after I think his career kind of blown after when he made John Wick. It was pretty much skyrocketed after John Wick,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which he was a still big star, you know, before John Wick, but just never making so many movies, making I would say low budget movies, but just whatever movies he was deciding to pick. Um, but after he made John Wick, he pretty much just skyrocketed.
Mm-hmm.
He was pretty much every damn where. I know people hated it or whatever, but I didn't. Just maybe it was just his time, to peak out. But I gotta say, the graphics of Cyberpunk looks amazing. I can't wait to December 10th. It comes out. There ain't no delays or anything. And the trailer shown Cyberpunk 2077 December 10th. So I'm glad. I really can't wait to see the graphics, um, and the 4K and just how real it looks. And I can't wait to make your own. You get to make your own character, detail, face, detail by detail, clothes, face, whatever. It's gonna probably take me a good hour or two just to. I'm gonna actually
Just do
try to.
that. Just to do that, huh?
Oh, just to do that shit. I love doing that. You get what you pay for, so I'm definitely gonna get into all that detail. I'm gonna try to make it look like me, and with the goatee and everything, and see what they got. So I'm pretty much gonna spend maybe an hour or two just just by that
Yeah.
alone before I get into the story. Um, but um, but I but I see what the how the potential of the Xbox Series X is gonna gonna look, because I'm hearing through podcasts, um, I'm hearing good things about Xbox, where it's better than the PlayStation 5, where loading times is happening, and you could just see a difference of what Sony went into to what they put into theirs, and when Xbox put on to theirs,
Hmm.
with the SSD, and um, what they focus on loading times and stuff like that, where Xbox has an advantage. Excuse me, has an advantage of what they picked into the system to put in it. But I'm hearing nothing but good things with Xbox and PlayStation, which I'm not giving away. PlayStation is a great system. Don't get me wrong, but just hearing good things about Xbox, where yeah, it's a big system, and I know um, now I can see a difference where you're streaming.
Hmm.
When you're streaming and watching videos on Netflix or whatever on YouTube, it's not working as hard. Um, I've actually seen playing Fortnite for a good 3 or 4 hours straight. You can, man, you can feel the heat. You can feel the heat blowing from the fan. You can feel it.
Yeah.
Even you can feel if you feel the sides, and you can feel, oh yeah, it's pretty much hot. It gets hot
Hmm.
um, when it's working, playing the game. But when you're streaming, it's not really working as hard, because you're just streaming. You're not really using the components inside the Xbox Series X. But I have to have mine. As much I would like to have it up, I have mine turned, and I have to turn where the fan is turning this way towards me. So because I have an entertainment center, so when I had it towards this way and the fan's facing this way, it's blowing a lot of air, so it's not going anywhere. There's opening, of course, in the back. In the
Hmm.
back behind me, yeah, there's an opening, but it's not really going anywhere. Going out, going out the other way. Um, so I had to turn it out towards facing me, so that at least the fan's going out and blowing out the air. So I had to just turn it a little bit, but that's how I have to have mine for right now. I would love be mine to have it up, so it's just shooting up.
Yeah.
Um, but besides that, man, the load times, yeah, I did mess with the settings and the moving background. I did have it, green or blue, um, but there will be more features. Because then if you sign up to the Xbox Insider, if you download it, sign
Hmm.
up for it, because you'll get some more stuff. You'll
Okay.
So if you sign up for the Xbox Insider, go down and download the app. Go ahead and press join. I picked Delta. Um, if you pick Delta, and you maybe wait like 72 hours, but you'll be in the Xbox program where you'll get some features before it goes out to the public.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so since you're at Xbox already, just join. You can pick whatever you want, but I picked the Delta. And so after I got accepted after 72 hours, or it was 24 hours, um, that there was more options in the dramatic um, moving function in the background for the Xbox. There was more options. So it was pretty cool. It wasn't just the colors. There
Yeah.
was more options, maybe like 6, 7 options of what you can do in the motion. So that was pretty cool. But I kind of went back. I kind of put Undertaker and Sting in the background, because I had WWE 2K16, or
Hmm.
is it 19? Um, but I pick for instead of it moving so much, or I mean not moving, working so much in the background. I kind of just pick regular. I kind of just went back to Sting and Undertaker facing, which is um, the dream match that I always wanted to see, Sting and Undertaker fight,
Hmm.
which never happened. But yeah, dude, the Xbox Series X is amazing.
Hmm.
I see the 120 frames, 60 frames. Um, but when you're looking TVs, cousin, um, when you're looking in Black Friday, because I'm reading to a lot of Black Friday ads too,
Hmm.
for TVs and stuff. When you look behind the TVs, or even look if you look into the Walmart app or whatever, look at TV, which one you guys want. Look into the specs of it. Look down to the specs on the TV, which one you guys are getting, and make sure it says 60 to 120 frames, or just
60 to 120 frames.
60, or pretty much if you see 120.
Mm-hmm.
If you get 120, get it. If you see 60 is still great. My dumbass was just so hyped up to get a TV before Black Friday was even in. Yeah, I got 4K. Yes, I got HDR, but I got 60. I thought it was 120 frame, but I was wrong.
Mm.
When I look into the specs and stuff like that, it was 60 hertz. Um, if you want to see that 4K hit, get 60 or get 120 frames or get 120. So just to really want to get your Xbox Series X to really show and to make sure HDR 4K ready, to make sure it's 60 to 60 to 120.
Okay, cool.
Just to really help you out there.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things with my fiance. She makes sure that she looks up all that shit. You know, like she's like, "Oh, cool." You know, I'm the idiot who's like, "Oh, cool, 4K," and she's like, "Well, what about this?" You plug it in and it works, yeah. And she's like, "Oh, you're fucking stupid." So.
Yeah. My dumbass was just too hyped up to get a 4K TV. My dumbass didn't really. I mean, thank God it looked perfectly word. Thank God it was at least. I thank God I looked. It was at least 60 hertz.
Yeah.
You can see the frames and everything. You can see, man. You can see. Trust me. Yeah. So just make sure you. Yeah. I mean, like you're telling me right now. Yeah. If you, yeah, you know, your fiance, looks at all that stuff. But yeah, just it looks amazing. I got no complaints. Yeah, it gets hot within 3 to 4 hours, which I pretty much don't really have complaint about that because you're playing.
Yeah, exactly.
But I wanted to ask you. I've seen videos, but I know you're a big Call of Duty fan as well. I love zombies to death.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play Call of Duty War at War back in the day?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I know they're gonna put the old Dow. I can't really say the word. Was it Del Toro or Al Del Toro, whatever how you say it?
Mm-hmm.
That sorry to my listeners, I didn't get that right. That I know they're gonna put that back in, or unless is already in the game from that first map from Call of Duty War at War. Can you give me insight about? Is it the same? Like the waves. You're playing in the wave game where it keeps going. Can you give me more insight about how the gameplay is, and is it pretty much the same? Did it change differently? Can you give me more insights about that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. So with the way that the new zombies is, there's actually a couple of different modes.
Oh, they're
So like,
modes. Okay.
yeah. So the first mode is literally just the same endless waves. You know, it's just
Okay.
going to keep coming at you and coming at you, and then it just lasts as long as you can. But there's also Easter eggs, like the whole finishing of the game. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, get this and get that, and then you'll be able to, finish the game and get the big what you call it, the big finish, basically. You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Okay.
And then there's another one called 20 rounds, and with that one, it's literally you play to 20 rounds, and your whole goal is to try to get out of the map. And the map is just
Within the 20 rounds.
yeah, within the 20 rounds.
Oh,
So
okay.
after 10 rounds, you can call in a chopper, and it'll get you out. But you have to kill so many zombies in one area for it to get you out in like 2 minutes. And then every 5 rounds after that, you can keep going. So it's like the longer you go, if you get all the way to 20 and get out, you get the bigger rewards, the more XP and stuff. Yeah. And then there's another one, and I haven't played this one yet, but I've because every time I want to, for some reason, I run out of time in the night.
Oh, I believe it.
And it's a top-down kind of zombies. So you remember, I don't know if you remember Super Contra,
Yes.
where you look down, right?
Right.
From over the top.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
So it's the same thing like that. So it's like it's a more retro looking kind of fun zombies kind of thing. And it's the same thing. You just keep killing zombies, and there's a finish to it where you kill like the main boss. And I haven't gotten to that. I was gonna try to get it before we got on, but then like right before I was like, I'll just see if I can try one more round of 20 round, and I did, and I won. I'm like, oh cool, fuck, I gotta go.
Oh.
I'm gonna try it when we're done here, and
Oh,
I'll let you know
nice.
how it works. But I like the 20 round option a lot because like with the other one, it takes just so fucking long. Like if you don't know what you're doing and you don't Google it and you don't look up, the other like the walkthroughs and everything online, like you just keep playing, and that's fine. But it's like I want to be able to have like a little more. Not I don't want it easier, but I want to just make it a little more user friendly.
Right, right,
Like
right.
it, if you're playing and you don't know where you're supposed to go, that's fine. Just keep playing, but maybe a more hints, a little more like, oh, go here. Things maybe they look a little bit easier. You know what I mean?
Right.
At least just to start you off. You know what I mean? It's like anything. You crawl before you walk. So like maybe like, oh yeah, if you go here, you can find this. Now it's up to you to find the rest of them, kind of thing.
Right.
I think that would make it more fun, or not more fun, but a little easier to get in that, and then the replay value would be higher. Whereas if you're just playing zombies and trying to get to like level 30, then it's like, okay, cool, but now what? Like my youngest daughter, she still plays Infinite Warfare zombies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's her favorite one because it was like set in the 80s and stuff. So
Right.
her whole goal is never to finish the game and get the Easter egg finish. Her goal is just to beat the round she was at, and that's fine. But I like to finish a game. Like I'm the kind of guy that'll stay up till 5 o'clock in the morning, even though I got to get up at 5:30 to
Same
try to
here.
finish that one more round or the one level or whatever. And it's annoying because I'm like, oh cool, it's only like midnight, you know what I mean? And I'm playing, and then I looked at, oh fuck, it's 5 o'clock. I got to get up right now, you know what I mean? Like I literally got to go to work, so I'm all tired and whatnot. But
Right. Yeah.
it's fun though. Like the pack a punch is easier to get. Every they have the soda machines to get the perks and everything. Um, Points are really easy to get too. So like you get so many points for different types of shots on the zombies,
Okay.
and then you, like I said, you can level up your gun in zombies, and it'll count in multiplayer.
Oh, see, that's
So
sick.
like, yeah, so if you don't want to try to play multiplayer and get like your KD all fucked up, or you get people who already have aim bots and everything like that,
Right.
play zombies,
Right.
level your gun up, get a feel for the gun you want, and then you're good. Another cool thing is you don't start with a pistol. Like
Oh,
normally
nice.
you don't normally, you always start with a pistol or your fist.
Right.
Here you can actually choose the gun you want to go with, but it's one of those basic ones based on your level. So
Right.
if you're level 1, you always get that one shitty assault rifle and that one
Right.
shitty SMG. You can start with that, but then let's say you get to level 42. Well, now you have the high end like LMG or the sniper rifle or even the best assault rifle. You
Right.
start with that now in the game,
Okay.
and then you can keep leveling it up forward. And then, of course, you get more XP in zombies, for a 1 hour game than you would playing an hour multiplayer because you got to wait. If you're in a shitty map that people already found glitches in,
Right.
which I've seen already. I've already seen people that can like jump into the fucking wall and just head there. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Right.
bro, you must not know like what the sunlight looks like if you're just concentrating on that.
Right.
Zombies is fun, man. I honestly think that I play, and oh, you can, and it shows you a breakdown of how much you play on Call of Duty.
Oh, nice.
It'll tell you like it's a circle graph, so it'll tell you like, oh, well, you spend so much time playing zombies. I play more zombies than I do multiplayer, just because I'm trying to level up my gun, so that way when I get to multiplayer, I have everything unlocked, so I don't have to worry about like, oh, okay, cool. Well, I got to play 20 more rounds of that to unlock this. Like I literally right now started a new gun in zombies, and I picked up 10 levels on it
Right.
in an hour.
Nice.
So yeah, it's fun. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna ask you a question about that. So, since you're playing zombies, and that's pretty much my favorite thing in Call of Duty.
Mm.
Not so much multiplayer, because man, and there's a lot of diehard players out there, man. So, man, I mean, I know I played the Call of Duty. Was it the one that's free? Was it
Warzone.
called? Yeah, Warzone.
They have that in
Uh,
this one too.
yeah. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
So I tried it a couple times, and man, dude, I couldn't get one fucking kill. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy, insane, competitive. If they ever do come out with separate, just the zombies and because I know before they used to have multiplayer separate
Mm-hmm.
than having just playing multiplayer, or you want to just get just a campaign and zombies. I would definitely just get the zombies and campaign. Not so
Mm-hmm.
much a multiplayer. Just not just I do play certain games online, but just Call of Duty is the one is man, like it's really competitive as hell.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was gonna ask you too. So when you play zombies, um, is it like where you start off in a warehouse or a house where you get to barricade stuff and get points too, or just pretty
Yeah.
much it's pretty much open now, or what?
No, you still got to buy the door. So like you'll start in this courtyard, um, and it's multi-level too. So there's like 3 floors down
Oh
you
shit.
can go
Okay.
to as well as wide open. So it's way bigger, like a lot more. So you'll start in the one courtyard, and then like the zombies will jump over the fence or they'll through the door, and then you have to open a barricade, and then there's now an inside and an outside. You
Okay.
open another barricade, and there's an upstairs, a downstairs, and the outside. You
Shit.
open another barricade, and you can either go more into the structure and on the 3rd floor, and then the 2nd floor, and the 1st floor, and then the outside.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, but the more you
Another
open, the
one,
more zombies
like
are gonna be, right?
yeah, and then after that, like you open another door, and now you have 2 outsides, an inside, and 3 floors. Then there's another fucking door to open. You can go even more outside, and then there's like a
Jesus.
door that leads more downstairs in a bunker, and then 3 floors down. So it's huge. So the if you're in the wrong place, you're not going to get any zombies. But
Right.
the cool thing is the zombies respond to your sound now.
Oh,
So
sweet. Okay, shit.
if they're running away from you, if you just stay still and they're running away, more than likely they're not going to come to you. But the minute you fire your gun, they all turn around
Oh
and
shit.
come right after you. So
So they're
like
more smarter in this next gen now, right? They're more
yeah.
smarter.
So like I was like using my knife and killing a zombie, and then I see my teammate just going around in circles, right? And I'm like, where the
Hmm.
fuck is he going?
Yeah.
So I walk over there like an idiot, like what's going on? And then all of a sudden 30 zombies come at me because they
Jesus.
saw me. And then the other ones kept going after him. So I'm like, oh shit. So then I ran, and I'm the asshole who'll like drop zombies off of people. So I ran a big circle and then dropped them off with him. So I fired like one shot and then I ran away. So
Oh
now he
shit.
he had like all 60 zombies to deal with. So that way I can go try to find more bullets. But it's
Oh
fun.
man.
I'll probably later on the night I'll probably get on it and just try to kill a couple more rounds of zombies and everything like that. But when you get it, if you get it, let me know. We can play zombies together. You can
Oh
stream it or whatever.
dude, I love this man, yeah. So okay, so did you get the cross gen one?
No, I only got the Series X just because now that I have the Series X, I probably won't use my one. I'll probably give it to my kid and let her just,
Okay.
you know, because I guess I put Tony Hawk on there. I think Resident Evil and a bunch of other like retro games.
Is
But
there a difference with the cross gen bundle and then the regular bundle? Because I've seen there's three different
the
fucking
cross,
ones.
yeah. So there's the one that's just the game alone for the Series X. There's the digital like special edition that you get like your guns and your skins and all that bullshit, which of course I get because I'm a big fucking child. And
Yeah, it's okay,
then the
man. Shit.
yeah, and then the cross gen. If the only difference with that is if you don't have your Series X yet, then you get the cross gen and you play it on your one. It automatically changes over to the Series X when you buy your new one.
Oh, so you don't have to
So
buy that one then.
yeah, you just buy that. You can buy that one and play it with your one, and then you can still play online with everybody. And then when you get your Series X, obviously not everybody got one.
Right, right.
It upgrades automatically, and then you
Oh,
have it on both sets now, so you
oh,
can still
okay.
play, both ways. So like my friend, he bought Valhalla instead of Call of
Call of
Duty.
Duty.
Yeah, so he's like, well, fuck, now I don't want to, buy that. But then he still loves his Xbox One, obviously. So he's like, do I get the cross gen and play it on the other one? We're like, why? Fuck that, dude.
Yeah, because
So
dude, it's a lot of money. It's like $80.
yeah, exactly. So like
It's
I bought the digital edition with the special ultimate digital edition, and it was like $90.
right.
But you got the digital game, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to get a disc just because
Yeah, me
my
either.
last one broke. My Xbox One broke, so I couldn't play anything on it
Right.
with the disc drive. So I bought the digital, and it came with like 3 weapon blueprints, 3 special skins, and
Oh
then
shit.
like a bunch of other stuff. But uh, a new update just dropped already for Call of Duty, and it's for Nuketown.
Oh, I know. I
So
seen that, dude. That was one of
yeah,
my favorite fucking maps.
yeah. So like,
God.
if you played it during open weekend, you got a free gun, a free calling card, free accessories, free stickers, and free camos that all came with it. And Nuketown is going to be free for everybody when it drops anyway. So now it's just like, oh look, I was day one, I get all this cool shit, you know. So yeah, that one I think Nuketown drops. What the hell today? I think it drops tomorrow. Where the fuck's my calendar? Yeah, I think it drops tomorrow. So
Oh, nice.
and because it's only a one map, it's not going to take 10 hours to download.
Oh,
So
hell no.
I
It's a
think like
short map.
yeah, so I think like at 9 o'clock I have access, so I want to download it then, and then just start playing Nuketown on multiplayer. So, but yeah, man, I fucking love it. I'm having a good time with it, and like I'm lucky because my fiance actually likes to watch me play multiplayer.
Nice.
Not because I cry like a bitch and rage quit, but because to her it's like she's watching a movie or she's watching like action. So like
So is that really good, huh? Damn, is that
yeah,
really
like
good?
she'll like dude that ass like you can see me on camera right now. I'll be playing and she'll just be sitting there like this, like oh shit. Whoa, like she's
Right.
watching me play sports, you know what I mean? So it's fun to her and it's engaging. And I asked her, I'm like, what about campaign mode? She's like, that's cool, but I like watching the multiplayer because there's always something going on. Like she'll like and she'll talk shit too. She's like, bitch, why don't you check your corners?
Yeah.
What are you stupid? Watch your what, do you not know how to look to the left? Like you have an open door here, you have an open door here. I'm like, why don't you grab a controller? She's like, oh, that's okay.
Exactly what the fuck I would say.
But she learns though. She played the last like 2 or 3 Call of Duties. She started learning how to play with the bots.
Oh,
And then she's like, well, I don't want to look embarrassed online. Remember how you said it's real competitive. She's like, I don't want to play online, but we can play bots. So like she got herself up to like veteran difficulty
okay.
on the bots. So that's of course like super hard. So
Right.
now, because you can use your Xbox One controller with this one, I'm gonna
Yes.
sync them up, and then she can play bots on here and start working her way up to maybe finally playing online.
So has she played with you on the new zombie mode yet?
No, not yet. She's still been watching it and everything like that. And then she's in school too. She's
Okay.
finishing up her stuff, so she's like trying to get everything organized and ready for that. But she'll sit there and watch and be like, oh, "Wow, that's cool," or you get that little like, "Oh shit, there's a zombie coming at me out of nowhere." So,
Right.
but yeah, she it's cool that she likes to watch the game. One of the ones that actually really got us hooked was Red Dead Redemption 2.
Right.
Was one probably in my top 5 games of all time.
That's what I
Um,
heard. I'm hearing nothing but
yeah,
good
like
games.
so since you've not played it, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but there's this one part in particular of the game
I did.
where
I'm sorry to cut you
no,
off.
yeah, yeah.
I just want to tell you that yeah, I did beat the first one on 360.
Hmm.
Which I'm not ever gonna get to in this one because this I as yeah I'm this might be that probably probably be one of the games of the year.
Hmm.
It's probably that one. I think. Um, but I beat the first one. I'm not gonna get the second one. So go ahead and tell me whatever you want.
Oh, okay. I still say get it just because
Okay.
it's that fun. Don't play online bullshit. Just play the campaign
I
mode.
never play online.
Yeah, play the campaign mode. It's literally like you're watching a movie. So at the very end, for the if you're viewers who haven't played it or whatever, spoiler alert. So turn off your
Right.
shit, whatever, what have you. So
Speed
at
it.
the
Go forward.
yeah, exactly. So at the very end, you play as this guy named Arthur Morgan,
Okay.
and you're part of the gang that the in part one, obviously, that guy is you know trying to be a good guy, but he can't be.
Right.
Well, this is like a prequel to part one.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. So the same. So the same guy that's in the first one is in this one.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
But you don't play as him; you play as another guy. But it
Oh.
sets up exactly how the first one started.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it's like so just a prequel. So at the very end, again, spoiler alert, your character has played through, and you get to make decisions and whether you're a good guy or a bad guy. And there's 4 different endings. So like depending on what you do, will dictate what ending you get. Well, the final thing is you find out you have tuberculosis and you're dying.
Okay.
So you have like all this bad shit that you've done, and then at the very end, there's this really cool like montage that's set to a Willie Nelson song, and it's literally like you're watching a movie, and you're like, he's taking his last ride through the wilderness, and he's going back to his camp, and it stops, and you hear this music, and it gets cinematic, and it's beautiful. Like literally, made me cry.
Oh
Like,
shit.
it was. I was like, you don't even have to hold your controller. You're just like, wow, you know what I mean? Like you're doing
Right,
that,
right.
like you're literally crying, and then like,
Wow.
yeah, um, and then at the very end, your horse gets shot, protecting you.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, so then you go and you're like, "Thank you, buddy. I love you." You know, the horse. You tell the horse that, and you're like, "Not the fucking horse. Fuck everybody else, not the horse." You know what I mean?
So it's
But
like that little scene that you just said just got me real quick to backlash where the never-ending story with Falcor
yeah,
fucking got zapped down and sucked into the zap.
mhm, exactly. Yeah, and that's
Yeah, fuck.
exactly what happens. Like you're just like, it's so. I'm telling you, get it. Like if you, even if you only play like a little bit here and there, it's so worth it. Like there's so much to do. It's totally immer. Like you forget that you're playing a game because it's like a movie. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's great. So she actually would be like, "Aren't you gonna play today?" Well, no, I got homework. No, you can do that tomorrow. Play your game, because you would
Dang.
be like in the
That's
middle of a
that's a
chapter.
keeper. That's a
Yeah,
keeper.
so yeah, exactly. You'd be in the middle of a chapter, which is what they call the levels,
Right.
and you want to know what happens. Like it literally, like what's going to happen next. So we would play it, and it was like we were watching a TV show or a movie, and it was
Okay.
really, really good. So I recommend getting it. Like I said, probably my top 5 games of all time.
Okay.
But that's how, like I said, that's how she is with the games. If it's a good one, she'll watch it. She hates Resident Evil, like not because it scares her, but
Right.
she's like, this is fucking boring. Like, why are you playing this bullshit? I'm like, because childhood nostalgia, woman, shut up.
I mean, playing Resident Evil, getting a little sidetracked for a second. That is, it's not PlayStation. I know they remastered it and it's
Hmm.
out on Xbox now. And I know right now through December 11th, they have Black Friday right now on the Microsoft Store.
Hmm.
So they're having a lot of games, even Red Dead Redemption is on sale right now. Um, that you know, I don't remember, but did you play the first original Resident Evil
Yeah. Hmm.
on PlayStation?
Yep.
Now, just remember how that was. The music, the intense, like even just back in the day, graphics was just amazing to us. And then looking at it now, that I think like right now on Black Friday, I think it's like $5, dude, for the original.
Hmm.
For it's like $5, and I might just get it. Um, but I know Nikki. Nikki's a a big Resident Evil fan. But he said it's the same story, but they changed it a little bit, the story, and I don't really like when they do that
Hmm.
because I
It's
remember.
it's
No, go ahead.
really subtle, really subtle. Like there's just like it's like when George Lucas redid the Star Wars movies and he
Right.
changed just little shit. It's kind of like that. So it's not too big, but it's like if you didn't play it, you would never notice it. But if you did play it like us, then you were like, oh, that's not what happens. Why are they doing that? That's not the same. But okay, it still works. But like I liked it, and it's just
You did. You did.
yeah.
Okay, so you played the original. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
was it called remaster? That's out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, how's the music? Because I know the music in the original was probably the best, creepiest shit in the world, which is probably hard. I mean, I know the original Resident Evil is not hard to find. You can probably get it on Amazon, but I do have the director's cut. But I am gonna buy the original PlayStation one,
Mm-hmm.
the game one, because I love it so much because it just um, yeah, the original story, but just the music, man. The music is what gets me, man. The music is what drives me playing it
Mm-hmm.
because just us from our childhood and uh, us playing it, man. That's just my nostalgic game of all time for me is the original Resident Evil, man. Like just how the story and just the music. I don't know, just me. I don't know about you, but the music is what got me to play it because man, it would freak me out sometimes playing
Yeah.
it by yourself back in the day. How's the music for the new one? How's that?
That's good. I think they ported it exactly as it was. So
Really?
like yeah, I think that was one of the things that stayed true. So you still have those sounds, you still have the same uh like audio clues and cues. So like you're walking and you still hear that you're like,
Right.
oh shit. And
Right.
we just bought a sound bar. So
Oh,
I'm looking forward to seeing how that works because when you're playing with a headset, it only comes through one ear if it's
Right.
coming from your left. So you can hear like the on this side, and so you're like, what the fuck? You know what I
Oh
mean?
wait.
So they
Okay, wait.
did
So
it
you're
like
not
that.
using. Okay, wait. So you're not using an actual headset.
No, I play it through the TV, and then I
Oh
put the
shit,
headset on, and it was totally different. So it's even more so better with the headset because, like I said, you hear it come from one side, and you're like, what was it? Is it over there? And you're like, oh shit, wait a minute, I'm playing the game.
do you
But
have? No, I'm sorry, but when you have a headset, do you have the actual headset with one or two, or just the one?
I have the one
Oh, you gotta
right
buy the
now.
both.
Yeah. So I was looking on Black Friday, and there's a couple that are out there that are like $80 headsets, but they're selling them for like $10. So I might just
Dude.
buy a new one.
Oh yeah,
And
get one,
handle
bro.
that.
Cause I mean, yeah, the one I got. I mean, they got my friend wasn't using it. Um, that his son wasn't using it, and it was like a $80 headset.
Mm.
And and before I finally quit Wally World. Finally, I'm fucking done after 2 years of working, man. God, oh man, you have no idea how tired I am.
I bet.
No more two jobs. Before I left there, because he plays Xbox too, but he doesn't play like how we do. And I was just talking about headsets. He's like, hey man, hey, if you don't mind, I could let you try out this headset, and it's a
Hmm.
Turtle Beach 7 or 800. He's like, yeah, it's wireless. My son barely plays it. He was like, if you want to go take it home and try it out, I'll sell it to you for like $30.
Hmm.
I'm like, oh hell yeah, shoot, let me try it.
Yeah.
So I got it from him for $30, and yeah, it's amazing. Like my wife watches me play Fortnite, but she hasn't really seen how it looks on the new system yet.
Hmm.
Um, and I'm pretty sure she's gonna trip out. But man, cousin, I love zombies. If you're saying that I don't have to buy the cross one and just buy the digital, I'll definitely buy the digital one then.
Yeah, totally.
Um, and then we could totally fucking play.
Yeah, man.
Man, I fucking love zombies to death. Now, and the new zombies and the Call of Duty we'll get back into, is the pack-a-punch back in?
Yeah. Hmm.
So is it back to where is it in the chest, or in the is it in like in a vending machine again, or what? So how is
You have
that
to
now?
you have to like unlock it
Oh, okay.
during the game, but it's like in the lower part of everything. But it's like cheaper now. Like you earn more points quicker. So that makes it a lot better. You know what I mean? You
Right.
don't have to worry about like, oh man, that's gonna be 10,000, fucking million points or whatever. Like they give you a little bit of easier time to pack a punch it. And it's
Okay.
different levels now too. So it's not just when you pack a punch, like that's it. There's like three different levels
Oh
of the
shit.
pack a punch, and then you can pack a punch it with weapon mods. So like fire bullets or acid bullets or electric bullets or any of that shit. You know what I mean? So there's
Nice,
more to the
nice.
pack a punch than just oh cool, you have a strong gun. You know what I mean? Like there's a
Right.
lot more to it, so it makes it a lot better.
Right. Wow.
Yeah,
Man, yeah, dude,
it's totally worth it.
yeah, um, that's what I love about the originals. Um, that I love the wave zombies. Plus with the packet punch in there. As you're saying, there's three modes, right?
Yeah,
There's the
yeah.
so can you? I'm sorry. Can you explain to me again the categories of the three modes of the zombies?
Yeah, so the first one is endless, just the normal. You go through
Okay.
until you die.
Okay.
The second one is 20 rounds, which means
Okay.
you'll just go until you get to round 20.
Okay.
And then you can get out and get a big reward. And
Okay.
then there's the top down one. It's called Dead Ops Arcade, and I
Hmm.
haven't played that one yet. But it's you
Okay.
literally just are looking straight down, and your guy's just moving like that, trying to get through.
Dang,
So
that is so old school. Like
yeah,
exactly like you're saying with Contra.
exactly.
And just to speak of Contra, I actually bought the collection. It's on the Xbox. Um, it's on. I think it's on Black Friday too on the Microsoft Store. I bought the whole collection of Contra.
Oh, nice.
I think I bought it for like $7 or 7.99.
No, that's
It
not
was
bad at
and it,
all.
was- and it's a $20 to $25 game,
Mm.
which I don't think it's that worth it. But I mean, yeah, it is original. But cousin, they do have the original. They have the Japan one. They have the original NES, the Nintendo.
Hmm.
They have the Game Boy one, which I never knew. Uh, but they have the original Contra, Super Contra, pretty much the Contras, all the Contras on there. But just playing Nintendo, man, dude, it just fucking takes me back, dude. It takes me.
Right.
God, it's so amazing. Yeah, that's just a classic one I had to buy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's. I have to highly recommend you get that one. Um, and I was gonna say, do you like Ghostbusters too? Like, do you like the movies? I
Oh yeah,
mean,
of course.
I mean, I mean, I know us, us as retro, uh,
Hmm.
uh, old school people, which I want to take nothing back in the world, um, but I highly recommend Cousin. Highly recommend. I know you like Call of Duty, that's your shit, but just as us as nostalgic old school people like us, like in Ghostbusters and I love Howard the Duck. That was pretty much our childhood movies too.
Yeah.
Um, that and Goonies and uh, they actually made a Ghostbusters a game, which I don't know if you knew.
I
Um,
saw it, but I never played it. I never got like I going through when I was going through college. I didn't have a lot of time to play, so like I got like a game a year, and it was like, okay,
right.
this is what I'm gonna play. This is what I'm gonna have. But I saw that, and I'm like, huh, it actually looks like it was good. Like I think it had like the right actors and the
Oh,
stories and everything. Like it looked like it was really good.
oh yeah. They since they came out with a remaster version now in HD, HDR, 4K, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they actually made it for the gen already. So
Hmm.
yeah, the okay. So the Ghostbusters storyline. I'm gonna drop topics here, ladies and gentlemen, with the Ghostbusters. That um, so yeah, it's original actors. Dan Aykroyd, um, you know, um, Bill Murray, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Um, um, and so they're all everybody's in it, and Ramis is in it before he passed away.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, so all the original Ghostbusters, all four, they're all in it. They all do the voices. They did the story. All the Ghostbusters, they all did the story. So this is technically, I know they have Afterlife that's been pushing back like forever since this stupid pandemic.
Yeah.
I really want to see as well because I know they're
Same.
it, because they're in it too.
Mm-hmm.
So the game, this is what before they made Afterlife is that the original crew Ghostbusters, they're in it. So you play as a rookie.
Oh, okay.
So you play as the fifth Ghostbuster, and they're you actually played through the first movie, the second movie, and they actually continue this game into a third movie.
Oh, wow.
So dude, to me, I think, and I know it's not gonna be like Afterlife, but just since the original Ghostbusters, they're all in there.
Mm-hmm.
I think as me as a fan, I think you probably would agree if you ever do play it, which I highly recommend 100% do play it and get it.
Mm-hmm.
Um, that this is pretty much it's the third movie, 1, 2, and 3 in the game. It's actually perfect of how the story is because you play as a rookie. Dan Arco, Bill Murray talks you through it, and even Harold Ramis, which is the smart Ghostbuster,
Yeah.
with the glasses, talks to you through everything, and you go through the house, the Ghostbuster house, and Slimer gets out, and you put the proton pack on, and the music, the sound effects, the everything, man, it's amazing. You play as a rookie, he's young, he has a number one shaved number one head.
Like a boot camp haircut.
Yeah, pretty much,
Mm-hmm.
and with glasses. No, wait, no. Okay, no glasses. Um, but you play as a fifth Ghostbuster, so you actually play through. So your tutorials, you play with Slimer, you catch him, you get to know how to, play learn how to, use the proton pack and throw the trap and catch it and move it around, and you have to move the proton. You got to move the wand so you can actually get him into the the trap.
Mm-hmm.
So you play the whole, you go back to the original movie. And you go back to the hotel and you go and go fight into the
That's
hotel.
cool.
So, dude, you go through all to original Ghostbusters nostalgia in the game, dude. It is amazing game. Like it is amazing playing that game. So I highly recommend get it too.
I have
Uh,
to look around for it then and see if it's
oh
going to be on the where it's at.
oh no, it's on the no, it's on the Microsoft Store.
Oh, okay, cool.
So yeah, so I know Black Friday is they just started a couple of days ago on the Microsoft Store. So if you go through the Xbox Store where we get it, yeah, they have a lot of games right now on sale, but I haven't seen that one on there. I know they have like Red Dead Redemption, Contra. Um, I'm kind of waiting to see if they do have Call of Duty because I'll get it. Save me a little more money to get Call of
Yeah,
Duty. I will definitely get that shit.
you should, man. It's a good one.
I will. I mean, I'll get it. I'll get it too because because of zombies. I'll get it because you love zombies too as well. But you love the game, but I love zombies as well. 100% more zombies more than
Hmm.
I love campaign too though, but not so much a multiplayer.
Yeah, and zombies are so fun that you, like I said, you forget that multiplayer even there, and they're going to put out more maps, obviously, so it's going to be even better and build up, more and more and more.
So since you got the $90 one, uh, now since are you gonna get every map now since you got the Ultimate Deluxe Edition? So
I think you get some, and then the other ones you might have to buy with that battle pass or whatever. But I'm not
okay,
exactly sure. 'Cause
okay,
that was the one thing they haven't put a lot of information out there that I
yeah, they
haven't,
didn't, yeah,
or that I haven't seen. I know that with my bundle, I get one season battle pass for sure, and a 20 tier skip. So they usually do about 100 tiers. So I get the battle pass, and then I get 20 free levels.
okay,
And last one, if you played through the season and you beat it, like you just got everything in the season, you earned enough to buy your next battle pass. So you didn't have to
okay.
buy one every single time for $10. You could just buy the one, play through, and then you earned enough in-game money to buy the next one.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm hoping that's how it'll be, but I'm sure that the maps, they'll here's the free maps like they did, and then
Okay.
you'll have to pay if you want like a new one, which I hate, but what can
You
you do?
know, I think in my point of view, I hope it doesn't happen to the people like you buy the Ultimate $90 edition where people like you guys that spend money that love the game that shouldn't pay for shit.
Hmm.
Like it should come with the pass. It should come with the map bundle. It should come with every single map that comes with it. You guys
Hmm.
should get it because you guys paid that money.
Yeah.
Um, but um, but no, with this battle pass, it's crazy how this battle pass got just crazy. Pretty much, I'll say this because I pretty much they got it. They got it because of Fortnite. Fortnite is the only game that came out. They came out before anything with the battle pass was them. For
Hmm.
a fact, I know that for 100% for a fact. I know I'm a fan of Fortnite, so I know since they came out with the battle pass, then PUBG did it, or they both did at the same time or whatever. Um, but I know they started doing it, and then everybody else and their mama started getting this battle pass thing. Don't get me wrong, it is cool, but I think they should have kept it where they should have left it. Like with Call of Duty shit, they shouldn't change anything with Call of Duty. But I get it, whatever. People, they get it in these times. The battle pass. Since you're a Call of Duty fan, do you like the battle pass tier thing, or do you think they should keep it original, how you used to keep it? Give me your thoughts with that.
Um, I hate that if I'm paying 70, 80, $90 for a game, now you're gonna charge me $10 more. You know what I mean? I get that games are bigger, and I get that it takes a lot more to put in the game, but it's like, why do you need $10 more every fucking time? You know what I mean? Or like I forgot which one it was, two of them ago, I think you had to buy the game and then bought the season pass because the DLCs were $15 a piece. You know what I mean? It's just like all that other shit makes you not want to buy that game. And I think you're starting to see it now that people are, you do have battle passes, but then other stuff is like, well, here, we'll give this to you for free. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's
Right.
like, it's kind of a double-edged sword. I think it's for people like me. I'm a completionist, so I want to do it all. I want to get a level 100. I want to do all the unlocks. But then it's like, do I really want to pay $10? Like, that's why I didn't buy Fallout 76 because I love Fallout 4. That's another one of my favorite games. But then I started reading and I'm like, okay, well, it doesn't sound as good, so I'm gonna wait. And then you had to buy more stuff to add on to your game. It's like, well, what's the point? Why am I gonna buy the game when I have to now buy this, or maybe I'll get lucky and unlock it, you know what I mean, through leveling up if I'm lucky, or they give you stuff that you can only get if you buy, an add-on or something like that.
Right.
So to me, it's like, it's kind of fucked up, but I understand that that's the way the business is going. But if you don't want it, don't get it. You can do other stuff, but it's like, again, well, what? I want to get that gun. I want that camo, whatever. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
it kind of sucks, but it is what it is.
I know. I know I got you for an hour. How long do we have left of the show?
Maybe like 10 more minutes.
Okay. Damn, an hour goes so fast.
I know, right?
Man, we can go talk forever. um, but yeah, okay. So before we get out of here within 10 minutes, so this battle pass is for Warzone, and this is basically just for the Cold War.
This one, the battle pass is for both, so you can level up through Warzone, and you'll get stuff for that. But then
it's for Warzone. Excuse me. So this battle pass is basically for Warzone.
No, it's also for multiplayer because you level up there too. Because you can level up in multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone to get your battle pass stuff done.
Oh, okay.
But some of the stuff is only good for multiplayer. So like if you unlock a gun, you can only use it in multiplayer. But if you unlock the other thing at like level 30, okay, well now that you can use in zombies, and then move it over and use it for Warzone. So it's kind of a little bit of everything. But most of the stuff is just for looks. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can get a rare gun, but more times than not, it's like you get a sticker or a spray or a calling card or whatever. You know what I mean?
And they got sprays in there now too?
Well, they did it for the last one. This one, I think it's gestures.
That's
so
hilarious.
It's like, what are you gonna do? What am I gonna do with a gesture? Here's one. There's a fucking gesture.
Right.
Like,
that's a good one.
Okay, so I can do that to someone in the game. Like,
that's hilarious.
That basically cost me like 50 cents now when you break it down. Like, I paid for that. I'd rather you give me a gun that's gonna help me in the game. Give me a weapon mod that's gonna help me. Don't just make it look different. Like, I don't care about that.
Right.
That's the one thing I don't like about Battle Pass. There's too much stuff that's like just random.
Yeah, too much separate shit that should be just on one game.
Yeah, exactly.
So this multiplayer this Warzone and this Warzone and this Cold War. So the multiplayer is different in Cold War. It's Cold War maps, right? It's not Warzone maps.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
So like anything that you saw in the game for the campaign mode is gonna be the map that we use for the multiplayer or the Warzone map. So like the last one, for example, the Modern Warfare reboot that came out, you were going through campaign mode, and then like the big area was like a warehouse with different missile silos and stuff. So they just took that map, and that's where your Warzone map is now. So,
okay.
So when you play campaign mode, you're like, okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember that was the silo that I could jump on top of and snipe from, or whatever, what have you. So they base them all, of course, just on whatever you play in the game. So, which is cool because there's a lot of cool shit in the game that you're going to be like, oh yeah, I remember that. It looked great,
Right. Okay, yeah, because I was really curious about that. Because if I'm in for Black Friday, which is now, I would definitely get it, cousin. Because I love zombies, and I would love to play with you too, man. Shit, that's to be awesome. We finally get to play a game together.
Yeah, I know, right?
Man. But yeah. I know we're crucial on time. How many time left now?
Maybe about like 5 minutes or so.
All right, so we talked about Call of Duty. We talked about Xbox Series X, how powerful it is, how it looks, and everything else. Call of Duty. We talked about load times, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's fast. It's amazing.
Oh yeah.
We don't have to make a sandwich and we can eat it and we can finish it. Now we just we make it. We can't even finish it because that's how fast it is.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so. You know what? I know it's been 30 years in the making of The Undertaker. I just had to bring this up because, Survivor Series was yesterday. which is Mondays today, November 23rd, 2020. Um, uh, give me your thoughts real quick, cousin, about Undertaker. It's been 30 years, amazing 30 years, or maybe even more, of the Undertaker. He made his he made his retirement speech at Survivor Series, with the Paul Bear with the Paul Bear hologram, which was amazing. Which I'm pretty sure was really emotional for him when that happened. Do you have any memories of the Undertaker? Um, 30 years in the making of the Dead Man. Do you have a special memory or special match that you like,
Mhm.
getting into it, um, of the Undertaker?
Yeah, the my favorite match of the Undertaker I've ever seen was WrestleMania 25 with him and Shawn Michaels. My friend Marty Elias, he was actually the referee during that match.
Oh shit!
He would always, that's his like feather in the cap. Like, I was the referee during that fucking match. It was the best fucking match ever in WrestleMania history. I was the fucking referee. And we're like, yes, Marty, we know. Fuck, man, we get it, bro. All right, you were there. You were the ref. Fuck me, man. But
Right,
that match was the best match I've ever seen in WrestleMania, even better than Steamboat Savage WrestleMania 3.
right.
Um,
I agree with you
that
too.
yeah, that was one of the best matches I've ever seen. I remember when he debuted. I remember when he, evolved and was, the American Badass Undertaker. Um, it, I don't like that the streak ended, obviously, but that's just me being a fucking mark about it,
Well, you know
Um,
what? Me and you, I wanna. You know what? I want to talk about this on the next podcast,
mhm,
whenever you got time. But we have to talk about this when you actually have more time than an hour. Because I made a podcast a couple episodes. It was 4 hours long.
oh shit.
I would definitely like to take a time with you, that, talk about the streak, talk about all that stuff, man, because I want to get mine and your insights about that. I know he said it on the recent right now. If you go on the WWE Network, Stone Cold made a Broken Skull second interview with the Undertaker.
Mhm.
So you need to go check that out, cousin. Um, it's called the Broken Skull Session. One more shot. So I don't know if you've seen the first interview with Stone Cold, with him. So they have a second interview that
Okay.
aired right after Survivor Series. So he talks about everything, part two with that. Um, but um, but yeah, so we got to definitely talk about the streak with that. I know for sure he was saying that he wanted Roman Reigns to be a guy, uh,
Mhm.
at the time, but he think that Brock didn't really need it,
Mhm.
which I kind of pretty much agree with him on that. That Brock didn't really need it, but whatever. But they gave it to Brock or whatever, or I should say Vince gave it to Brock. I should say.
Mhm.
Um, but he wanted to really give it to Roman, though. Was very interesting. But we'll talk about that more. Definitely, we got to we got to text back to see we actually have more than an hour.
Yeah,
To definitely, when you have time to do that, um, to talk about that, and
I'll bring
maybe,
a fucking beer with me too, because I'll get into
dude,
it, man.
I was gonna, I,
But
dude, I was gonna tell you too that this is the 20th episode. I was gonna drink on this episode, but we'll definitely drink on the next one.
yeah, I'll figure out a time that I can do that because I don't know if your viewers remember or not, but I had the chance to work in wrestling. I started out
Yes,
as a ref, and then I trained. Literally, my trainer said, if you want to be in the ring, you need to be just like them. It doesn't matter if you're a ref or you're an announcer. You need to know how to do everything they do. Otherwise, you're not allowed in the ring. Which is cool. I totally
right, of course, hell
does that.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So like seeing it from that perspective, being able to see it not only as a fan and you know what I mean, but also being able to see it as one of the boys and understanding it from a different perspective. I would totally do that. That definitely, because of that different perspective, it's more than an hour's worth of shit. You know
Oh,
what I
that's what
mean?
I'm
Like
saying, cousin. Like that's what
like
that's what I want. I mean, just to let you know, cousin, we have, my friend Warren, my friend Andreas, do, like, you guys all make this possible because of you guys being my co-hosts.
mhm,
Um, I wouldn't have anything if it wasn't for you guys, to be honest. For you, for my friend Warren, Andreas, when he has time, I wouldn't be having you guys' point of views at anything if I didn't have you guys. to be honest. So I just want to thank you too, um, for your stories and your insights of everything, because we're almost up to 300 listeners.
Oh wow.
Most people listen to Spotify mostly, which I'm
Hmm.
seeing in my specs here. Almost to 300, which is amazing. So thank you all to my listeners out there
Yeah, man, for
for,
sure.
if you guys subscribe, and please, if you guys listen to Spotify, which I've seen you guys do, you guys, or if you guys listen to Anchor, you guys clap that emoji, use that please, so I can know you guys are liking it, which I've seen you guys do. You guys are listening to it. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are listening to us. I appreciate you guys are liking our insight of games and wrestling. So yeah, because we're almost up to 300, man. It's amazing. I
I'm
can't
glad, man.
imagine.
I'm happy for you, brother. I'm happy for you. I'm glad to, I'm happy that you asked me to do it. Like you know, people who don't know, like dude, me and you could do a whole episode just on growing up with little fucking hoodlums. But
Oh
like
yeah.
people who don't know, or who didn't listen to the other episode where me and Mara talked about it. Me and Mara grew up together. We it is a fucked up story, man. Like that
Oh,
alone, like get me fucking drunk and I'll go on, man.
oh, dude.
Like we had it rough growing up. You know, it was not the easiest growing up. You know, we saw some shit, but like because of that, we were tight. You know what I mean? Of course, things happen. Life happens. You moved away. You know, I joined the Navy and all that other shit. But like we, for the people that don't know, we were fucking inseparable. Like there were the four of us, and we can get into that, like I said, on another episode, because that
Yeah.
alone is different. But like, I'm so happy that I get the chance to do this with you. You know what I mean? I don't get to do it all the time because of
Yes.
work and
Yeah.
school. But like,
You're busy. Yeah.
like yeah, even like today I only had an hour, but like I would love to be able to sit there and even like just have you share your screen and show the fans like here's a wrestling match, cousin. What can you tell me? What can you show me? What do
Right.
you think of this match? Like I have a friend of mine, and um, the worst thing you can be called in wrestling, in my opinion, is a mark. Those are
Right.
the people who, for people who know terminology,
Right.
people who are marks are the ones who, like, they're beyond fans. You watch it, you're a fan, you enjoy it, you know what I mean? But the marks are the ones that, like, we, we as workers, we laugh at that because like you fucking marks, look at these guys,
Right.
they buy into it, they believe it, they believe in, and that's fine, and I love it. I love that there are marks in the world because it's not really derogatory, but it's more like um, those are the ones you can get away with anything with. You know what I mean? Like I can tell them that the sky's blue, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, it's fucking blue and black." You know what I mean?
Right.
But like those are the people that are fun to talk to about wrestling because they don't, obviously we all know that it's scripted and everything. But I have a friend of mine and he's a total fucking mark. And I'm like, oh, he's like, oh, bro, do you remember this match? I'm like, yeah, it was a good match. The story that they told. And he's like, yeah, I remember when he punched him in the face. I'm like, yeah. Oh man, he was knocked out for like 2 months, and that fucking. I'm like, okay. So you think he actually got knocked out? Oh yeah, the doctor said this, and Vince came out and said this, and we're just like, right, bro. Cool, man. All right. Well, I'm gonna go over here away from you. You're a fucking nut job. Um, but those are the people that are funny. Like I have this one friend of mine who he's like that with every fucking thing. Where it's like everything's, he buys into it all. Like he doesn't know the difference, and that's cool. It's funny to watch that, but it's also fun to break shit down. You know what I mean? So like if we ever have
Right.
a time where your other friends want to get on and they want
Oh
to talk about
yeah.
their favorite matches, we can you go in and I can watch them with them and break them down and critique it and show them how, you know, if he does this a certain way, then it means he's going here, and this is why this whole thing, like there's a whole world to it. And I don't want to break kayfabe too much because it's
Right.
not, if you're not in it, you don't, there's obviously magic to it, but like it's
Right.
it's such wonderful
Well,
art.
to us it's magic, and to you, you've done it. You've done where a fan wants to be. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so man, I can't imagine. You had all the insights, um,
Mm-hmm.
of what a fan will be dying to see. Um, having this, breaking everything down, which is amazing.
Yeah,
Um,
it's fun, man. It's a good time to see all that and do all that. And yeah, if we have a time, then we can sit there and go. Like the streak alone is worth an hour because I have a
oh
lot of
yeah.
real strong opinion on that. You know, like, don't get me started on who the best wrestler of all time is, because dude, we'll fucking fight. You know what I mean? Like,
Amen to
we'll
that.
go on. But I'll just say right now, cousin, for for people, just to piss people off, Eddie Guerrero is one of the greatest wrestlers to ever work and put on boots, and Hulk Hogan is fucking dog shit. I will say it right now, and I'll go ahead and I'm getting a high five from my fiance right now. I'll say that right the fuck now, and your friends could be all pissy and whatnot. In fact, we'll talk about it whenever you want, man.
Oh man, no.
Hulk Hogan is dog shit. Eddie Guerrero is the greatest wrestler to ever put on a fucking pair of boots. Kurt Angle is one of the greatest wrestlers to put on a pair of fucking boots. Chris Benoit's a piece of shit who's rotting in hell for killing his family, but he's one of the greatest wrestlers to put on a pair of boots. And now, again, Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior are dog shit.
Do you no? Okay, now that being said, do you agree? One of my all-time favorites of all time is the Macho Man Randy Savage, hands down. That poor pair of boots on. Do you agree with me on that?
Macho Man Randy Savage is in the top 10 greatest wrestlers of all time. He is probably the number 5 all-time greatest behind the mic.
We have that being said, we have nothing to argue about. Because I was gonna say,
I'm gonna go like get off.
About to get down
and knock on my door. Knock on my door. My cousin Mario's gonna jump through like a spider monkey, whipping the shit out of me.
No, you said no, because nobody had that Macho Man intensity behind that camera.
No.
Nobody did, and nobody can replicate that.
No.
But yeah, dude. Yeah, we have to. Before we get out of here, I stop this video so we can talk real quick after. But yeah, we'll get out of here. We'll definitely talk about after we stop this recording here. We definitely have to make a date, and we definitely have drinks. I'll definitely have a couple of mics, cans, big mic cans, hard mics right next to me to talk about it, because I think that's going to be an amazing episode when that happens. But I'll go in and we'll get off camera here so we can talk about it real quick before we get off.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you, cousin, so much.
Always,
for coming on the podcast. And this is definitely going to be on YouTube. Everybody that watches this, please. This is just our opinions. We're big wrestling fans and gaming fans. I know there's going to be a lot of political comments. I'll read them. I won't read none of negative shit. I'll just keep it at that. I don't give a fuck what you guys think. This is what we love. This is what we like to do. This is what I like to do, what I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I'm doing it. Took me a while, but I'm doing it. But I want to thank you, my cousin Lalo, for coming on the show. This was episode number 20, man. Number 20. Man, almost to 300 listeners on the audio.
Well, you know what? It's kind of funny, cousin, because you're saying the next one we'll pop some drinks and talk shit about wrestling. It'll be 21, so your episode will be 21 maybe if we can do it quick enough. Your podcast will be legal, so it'll be a legal 21-year-old one. We're getting fucked up.
Right. Definitely. Yeah, cousin. I just want to thank you, man, so much for coming on the show. I want to thank all my other co-hosts, Warren, my friend Warren, my friend Andreas, my friend Mark, too, that does have time when he does come on. Thank you, all you guys, for coming on the show, and my co-hosts. This is episode number 20. I wouldn't be anywhere without you guys, all of you guys. You, my cousin Lalo, my friend Warren, Mark, Andreas. I just want to be here, having your guys' opinions. I wouldn't be here without you guys. So I can't be here without you guys, having your guys' opinion on anything, on games and on wrestling. But I want to give a quick shout out to my boy at Fedgaming on Twitter. Check him out. He has really good shirts, as you can see here. This is from the Pirates here, from the Sea of Thieves. Check him out at Fedgaming on Twitter and fedgaming.com. Go check him out. He makes good, high quality shirts. Please go check him out. And thank you, cousin, for coming on the show. And we'll see you again on the next podcast, on the next episode. I'm Mario, my cousin Lalo. We'll see you guys on the next episode. All right. Peace out.
Later.
All right.